Okay, now I'm introducing my next special guest on my show. We have Marsha Swanson joining me now, special guest on my show for an interview. Just want to say welcome to my show. How are we doing today?
Oh, thank you very much. Very pleased to be here. Yeah, all well, thank you.
You have a new album. Welcome to my show. You have a new album out. Congratulations on this. It seems you've put a lot of hard work into this.
Definitely. I would say that is undoubtedly the case. Yeah, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears over a number of years. And that makes it all the more satisfying for it to finally come together, exist, and be out.
Fantastic. And when I say hard working, because it's got like 17, 18 tracks on there. Not many albums have that. It's usually at like 10. So the listener gets good value for money.
True, and I never sort of planned it that way with that in mind. But where there was material that still fit the concept, I felt that needed to be included on it. I just didn't want to be restricted. I thought I will pick the songs that fit, and then that will be the number it is.
Mm. And on this album, I know one of the standout tracks is Making Waves. That was one of the lead single releases.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we've just done a video of that as well, using bits of the footage from the live launch that we did at Bush Hall recently, and other bits that we incorporated so that it wasn't just the live footage, but also me interacting with some real waves on a projector.
Great.
Yeah.
And when you're selecting songs from the album, do you have to have a little think about what order of songs you have to release?
Yeah, I did. I thought about the order of the album of what would feel progressive as a journey and what would make sense in terms of a sort of an overall experience listening to the album. So I look at what, first of all, the order of the album, what sits nicely together that also has variety as the album progresses, the meaning, the songs. But then for the singles, I was sort of choosing ones that would be you can never get it right. You can never predict
Mm.
what's going to resonate with the most
Yeah.
people. Um, but there are certain tracks that you think quite obviously that's an album track, not a
Mm,
single.
sure.
Yeah.
And are you, yourself, are you a singer-songwriter? Have you had input putting this album together?
Have I had what,
Yeah,
sorry?
you're a singer-songwriter. Have you had input on this album as well?
So it was all this was the album. There were no co-writes on the album, so this one was all me. I have co-written many
Mm.
times before on previous albums and in other collaborations with other people, but this is the first album that was just me. Yeah,
And
which was a progression.
yeah, sure, that's a good thing. This is all your hard work then, and like singer-songwriter as well. And you've arranged this as well. You put everything together.
Yeah, I mean, I have, of course, had the wonderful input of all the musicians and the producer, and they're all such a talented group that they're all adding their own, they're your songs and they're your melodies, but the particular guitar hooks or the particular rhythms that they're coming up with that's a huge input to the album,
Mm.
and it would sound very different without all of those people. So I've been very lucky with the team that I had on this.
Also, as well, the you've put a lot of work into the art as well. I know on each of the single covers, there is a cover for each single. So that's like I've got a track up now called "Face in Life" as well. That's one of the earlier tracks on there.
Yeah. Is that not usual these days then to have artwork for each of the tracks? Is that not
Yeah, because in my experience, I always find that an artist just does like one cover art
it's the
for the
album?
album. So if you have a single cover for each of the album tracks, that's good.
All right, yeah, I guess I've seen how much it sort of is an asset to the songs when there's a visual image.
Mm.
And just as like we learn when we're at school, the different learning styles help, don't they? When you can touch something, you can hear something, you can see something, it all adds value.
Mm.
And so I've really enjoyed doing, yes, as much as possible of the accompanying videos, photos, and obviously the main album cover. was hugely important to me. And which I see I was very spoilt by the fact that Storms Thorgerson did the last album cover, and you can't really go backwards after that. It's very, very difficult. So yeah, that was a big influence on how I viewed the visual part of album making. Yeah.
So the album artwork, single artwork. When you listen to the track with the album cover, you see it a lot on, the streaming services. The
Oh
cover
yeah.
comes up. A picture can tell 1,000 words, can't it? Um,
Mm.
and I just want to touch another song I've got on here. It's called In Parallel as well. What was that song about?
Yeah, so that song was about reflecting on what factors are involved in making a long-term relationship really last the distance. And I think the image I was inspired by of swans, loyal swans who swim in parallel across vast distances together. And I thought I learned sort of later on that they have this swans also sing a beautiful song just before they die, and I found that really poignant. Keying into sort of my name, the likeness and the fact that every song has the potential to be a swan song. It's to have a communication while you're alive feels very important, very poignant. And and with that song, I had the ballet dancers from the touring production of Swan Lake who were able to tell the story via dance. And they were using a couple and going through all their difficulties as a sort of acting that out in dance, but then a sort of me as the narrator standing there sort of saying, well, as long as we can look at our own part in all of these things, our relationship, to have an external relationship, you've got to have a good relationship with your own internal self and inner child too. And so that was all enacted in the video too.
And then your videos as well. Are you on YouTube as well, where people can watch these?
Definitely. Yeah, Marsha Swanson Music is my YouTube
Mm.
channel, and the videos for the last four singles are all on there. There's another one to come in February as well.
Are you hitting the road? When I say hit the road, like touring, gigging anytime soon?
Well, I think first of all, my main plans is to finish the filming part, and I suppose that's taken on a little bit more significance for me this time round than the touring. With my last album, I was sort of with my guitarist on the road, and I suppose the pandemic has slightly changed that for people too. But I will be, when I finish the filming, I certainly will be looking at doing some more intimate concerts. I really enjoyed the Bush Hall gig, and that was a great environment. I will be looking for suitable venues to do more of that, and that will be on my website. I'll post that on my website.
Sure. And now I've got you. Can you just tell my listener what that website is?
Oh, yeah, that's marshaswanson.com or
Yeah. Oh,
marshaswanson.co.uk. So
brilliant.
quite easy.
Yes. Well, Marsha, thanks for joining me on today's show. Just to tell me and my listener a little bit about your new project. I'm sport for choice because I've got some great songs I can play on here. But I know the standout track was "Making Waves." Should we go with that one?
Yeah, why
Okay.
not?
Thanks for joining me on today's show, Marsha Swanson. Thank you.
That's lovely. Thank
Yeah.
you.